Hey everyone, welcome back to Fresh Ingredient. Today let's cook fish and potato wedges. If you're asking why I don't use chips or fries, because I like potato wedges more, and until now I still can't make a delicious crispy fries. I don't know how many times I tried, my fries always end up as a soggy fries. But I already found the best way to cook golden crispy potato wedges, and the result is very amazing. The skin is super crispy and the inside is so tender and mushy, and the best part is not too greasy. Make sure we wash the potatoes cleanly before we cut them into wedges. After we cut the potatoes in wedges, we have to boil it. On simmering hot water, season the water with salt and add the potatoes. We have to boil it for around 15 to 20 minutes or until it is tender when we poke it with a fork. But be careful not to boil it for too long or the potatoes will break. And yes, we can still fry it and it will become very super crispy, but it's also so greasy and so unpleasant. We have to let it rest for another 15 to 20 minutes, then we put it in the freezer. Freezing the potatoes is very important and it takes around 2 to 3 hours, so it's better if we do this part a day before. Now let's make the batter. We have to make this also in advance because we have to let the batter rest before we cooking it. This is around 200 grams of all-purpose flour. Add 2 tablespoons of rice flour. Season it with generous amount of salt and black pepper. Add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and why not add some fresh herbs. This is some fresh oregano. We're only going to use the leaves and chop it very finely before we add it into the flour mixture. Then give it a good mix so all the flour and the seasoning mix evenly. And take about 3 tablespoons from that flour mixture to a separate plate. We're going to use it to coat the fish before we put it into the batter. 1 soda water, or you can use a beer if you like, it will be great. Pour it little by little into the flour mixture and mix it with a whisk. We want a thick batter, so if we pour it all at once, we cannot measure the thickness of that batter. Well, of course we can add more flour to make it thicker, but that's so unprofessional. Use the back of your spoon, then swipe it with your finger. If the upper batter stays and doesn't run down immediately after we swipe it, it means the batter is in the right thickness. And we have to let it rest for another 30 minutes in the fridge. Now let's make the dipping sauce. Well, this is not a tartar sauce, because sadly I don't have any gherkins in my fridge, but I believe this taste is almost similar or even better. First, let's chop some shallot. I also already chopped some oregano and cut some lime. Well, you can use lemon if you want. Season the mayonnaise with salt and black pepper. Add the chopped shallot and oregano. Sprinkle it with Parmesan cheese. Squeeze 1 lime wedge and mix it evenly. Make sure to give it a taste before we serve it. Now let's cook the potato wedges. This already rests in the freezer for around 2 hours and already rock solid. We're going to put it straight into hot oil and cook it on high heat until it's golden brown. By the way guys, while we wait for the potato wedges, just a friendly reminder, I also made other cooking videos using fresh ingredients from my garden, so if you like this kind of video, please consider subscribing to this channel. It really motivates me to keep making videos like this. I want to harvest some parsley while we're still waiting for the potato wedges. We're going to use it for seasoning the potato wedges and garnish in the end, so we're going to chop it very finely. Around 10 minutes later, the potatoes are done. Take it out and put it on a paper towel. Let it drain all that cooking oil from the potatoes. Put it into a bowl, season it with salt and black pepper, and sprinkle with fresh chopped parsley. Toss it so all the seasoning coats it evenly. And why not give it a taste? And yes, I should wait a little longer. Luckily, I didn't burn my mouth too seriously. For side dish, let's make mushy peas. Add chopped garlic and shallot into a frying pan. Add frozen green peas. By the way, I already soak it in hot water for 10 seconds. Season it with salt, black pepper, add a little bit of sugar to balance all the flavor, and a little bit of sliced mint to give it a fresh taste. Then smash it with the spatula and it's ready to be served. Now finally, let's cook the fish. I'm using dory fish, and make sure the fish is super dry, so pat it down with a paper towel. We can cook all the fish like this, but I prefer to trim it down. Cut the top and cut the bottom. If the fish is in the same size like this, it will cook more evenly and will become more crispier. Season the fish with a little bit of salt and black pepper on both sides. Pat it down so the seasoning sticks with the fish. Then move it to the flour mixture. Make sure we coat it evenly. And toss it around to remove any excess flour. Into the butter. And also make sure we coat it evenly too. Then into the hot oil. When it starts to change color, flip it. We can baste the fish so the top side will also cook evenly. Cooking the fish usually takes around 5 minutes, or when the color is golden brown like this. This look done and we can take it out. Put it on a paper towel, let it rest for a couple of minutes before we serve it, so it will not be too greasy. Now let's do the plating. First, add the fish, some potato wedges, green peas and dipping sauce in, and sprinkle with fresh chopped parsley. For the final touch, I almost forgot, add 1 lime or lemon wedge. And this is it, fish and potato wedges using fresh herbs from the garden. Thank you guys for watching this video, I hope you like it. If so, please give it a like and subscribe to this channel because it really means a lot to me. Thank you and I see you next time.